welcome back to Spin TV's same-day coverage of the women's lead card action from the 2019 European Open. I'm Nate Perkins, and I'm joined here with four-time world champion Paige Pierce.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to tackle the beast again. This time we have one new card mate. It's myself, Henna Blomroos from Pro Discus, Catrina Allen, Team Prodigy, and Kristin Tattar from Team Latitude.
And we're getting right into the action. Hole 1, par 3, 92 meters. We've got the infamous triple Mando with those sweet looking European Open lines.
They're
Straight
awesome.
shot, a soft hyzer. There's no OB around this green, but the tension that you feel on the tee pad makes this all the difficult.
Yeah, and as the weekend goes on, you get bigger and bigger crowds and the nerves are high. So if you guys watched round one, first of all, if you didn't, go watch it now. Second of all, if you did, you saw that we all landed pretty close, so we're looking to replicate that again today. That was my suspect.
Henna Blomroos.
And Henna's going to throw her Madari. This is her overstable mid-range. Yeah, you know, she made her U.S. debut this year in Jonesboro, and she was coming out strong, leading the tournament for most of it, and finishing super strong. So
Catrina Allen.
I'm excited to watch her play again today.
We saw Catrina start off hot on this front nine yesterday. A little too much hyzer on this one. Gets a pretty soft skip, but she's going to be inside the 10-meter circle.
And teeing up next, currently on 4th place in the tournament with a score of 3 over pars. Representing Team Latitude 64 and Estonia, Kristin Tattar.
And we saw Kristin yesterday kind of flip this one up a little bit too flat. She didn't get that hyzer in that she wanted. Looking to correct on this. A little bit too inside and kicks an early tree. She is going to be well outside circle 2.
Yeah, it can be a
up and
tricky
down.
layup. It can be tricky. It kind of slopes down, and if you go too deep, there's a little cliff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice looking layup from Kristin. Okay, so Kat was actually just outside the 10-meter circle. Let's see if Henna can convert here. She's going with the straddle. Great looking putt.
Beautiful stroke right in the center.
Nice and lofty.
Very confident putt to start the round off.
All right, and you as well. A super direct right onto the pole.
Kristin
Kristin actually went a little deep, and there's that cliff that we were talking about. It's going to be a tough bogey to start round 2. Oh, no. And she kind of
really
picks
unfortunate.
It up, went a little quick, and it was left side, but
It was pretty solid, honestly, just a tiny bit left, but that's what can happen. Make sure you guys take your time. Hole 2 coming up.
Evolution by Discmania.
all right. Hole 2, par 3, 116 meters. We've got this OB line running the length of the hole. We've got actually OB right as well. We're going to see some high air shots on Anheuser. Maybe we'll see the roller from Kat today. And you're going gatekeeper?
Yeah, this one I haven't quite got in bounds yet, so I'm trying to make sure I turn it. This one I just kind of overcompensate and I hit the branch and it actually kind of turns into a roller.
Whoa.
I'm going to be pinched on that right side, but I am in bounds, so looking to get a par from there.
So what is Henna throwing right here?
This is a wide Anheuser with her lasery. She kind of put it a little bit too low, tickles those branches, but it still kind of penetrated through, and she's got a circle 2 putt. And, you know, if she can connect on that after that connection on hole 1, she's going to be starting off really hot. Catrina,
Just a little too turned over.
yeah, a
from
little
Kat.
late release kind of looked like there. And Kristin with her St. Pro, she likes to throw this one wide and let it flip late. This is such a beautiful shot. I think this is Kristin's best shot in her bag, and you guys will be seeing her.
Inside the circle on that.
Yeah, you guys will be seeing her throw that disc a lot today.
That's a big shot after going double bogey on hole 1. Oh, and you skipped up into the cage. That was a beautiful forehand approach.
Yeah, kind of low ceiling, kind of force with the sidearm there.
And there's that that shot that we're always used to seeing from Cat, that kind of stretch little low floaty putter shot.
Henna.
Wow.
Spin back.
Look how high this one got.
Just a floaty drop hyzer putt right in the basket.
That was
2 birdies in a
huge.
row to start off round 2. She is feeling good. Kristin maybe expressing a little bit of, I just don't feel like she's feeling confident right now on the green.
That was
starting
not
this
a
round
confident
out.
putt. Yeah, and I mean, it can be hard to after you just miss one from bullseye's edge. All right, it's a good tap in par though.
I'm just excited to get the 3. I've been going OB a lot on that one.
So we saw the women's lead card actually play this par 5 hole 3 down yesterday.
Yep.
Looking forward to see how you guys attack it today. We're going to see some wide anhyzers off the tee. You've got OB everywhere. Look how much OB there is on the right and actually up by the pin. Even the pin is up on this mound and there's OB long. I saw a lot of rollaways today. Very dangerous hole. And just look at Henna's pull. Look how centered she is, how far back she's reaching.
Yeah, she put this one out a little bit too wide for starters, but also it was nose up, so it just didn't have time to turn. This was her lasery, and unfortunately is landing OB, but she will be in good position. Honestly, she might be able to save her par from there.
And you're going putter again.
Yeah, I like the putter play on this. It doesn't really ever fly over out of bounds, so I like that thought right there. Catrina throws her D1. This is one of her most overstable drivers, and so this is such an aggressive play from her. Unfortunately, she doesn't get enough turn on it, and it will filter out OB left. Kristin again with this St. Pro. She trusts this one out to the left and lets it flip over to the right side.
Yeah, and that's definitely the better miss, to turn it over too much, because it's harder to reach the OB right than it is to tail out early left. And this is a good looking shot. Well in the green, and you're going big here with the defender.
Yes.
You're going to start this out on a little bit of Annie. Just ripping it on the perfect line. It's going to get right underneath those trees. Little kiss off the rail
I
right
didn't
there.
notice that.
Might be a little pinched off. Might have a little hyzer approach.
Yeah, kind of have to scramble from there. Henna is now throwing her slotty. She is going wide hyzer. She kind of tickles those branches, but she stays safe.
Just curls safe.
Spotter gives the green flag, and she's excited. She wasn't super stoked about that shot before the green flag came up, but honestly, anything inbounds here at the Beast is great.
Yeah.
Catrina, beautifully thrown D2 shot. This was, it never really moved. It was just on a rope until it lost speed and hyzered out. But she's kind of going to be tucked over there on the left side with me.
This is a tricky little approach. She needs to keep this low. Yeah, you can see the window is not too big because you have to keep it low, and then you have that rising hill right after those trees. And that's a good looking shot. She's inside the 10-meter circle.
Kristin, straddle sidearm stance with her harp. She kind of was looking at a jump putt, but she decided with the harp shot she didn't want to float it over that hill. Oh, and Catrina just a little bit low. Henna, same story here. It's hard to fully commit to this putt because that death putt behind with the OB, you know, it's just a really nerve-wracking putt.
Catrina's going to take a bogey after throwing an OB on her drive. You're going to pick up another 2 strokes on her. Moving on to hole 4, par 4, 155 meters. Definitely one of the more technical tee shots on the beast. You've got to hit this gap right here, which is only 4 or 5 meters wide. This is the landing zone that we're flying over right now. And then you got a soft hyzer or forehand into the green. There's OB long right. There's a bunch of trouble down here on the left that you can see. Very tight access into this green. We saw you go putter off the tee yesterday.
Yeah, I will be throwing the putter again today and just trying to get a clean shot through that gap. But you hear my kind of hesitation, a little bit of a late release, and it actually sticks up in that tree.
Didn't even move.
Yeah, it's stuck up in that tree.
Here's the St. Pro from Kristin. Oh, and she just started that one out a little too wide.
Yeah, she threw, honestly, one of the most beautiful shots I've seen this year to date yesterday on this hole. So if you guys haven't seen it, again, I encourage you to guys go to check that coverage out. Henna here.
She hits the gap, but she just turned it over a little too much.
She liked it, though. She knew she released it wrong, but she's still in the fairway, and she was happy with that.
Beautiful looking shot for Catrina, and she's right in the money landing zone.
Yeah, such a beautifully thrown shot. That was her F7. She doesn't throw it too often, actually, unless it's a severe hyzer flip or a roller. So, you know, it makes the gap bigger when you can release it on such a hyzer.
And Kristin hitting the gap from off the fairway.
My disc is currently warping as we speak. It is stuck up in the tree.
Did you get it down?
I did, yes. It was completely tacoed. Was hoping it would continue to fly
good.
The same. It's my go-to throwing putter.
No kidding.
So
You've thrown it twice already in the first 4 holes. So you actually laid up to give yourself that hyzer approach right there, and just threw that one a little too wide.
Yeah,
that's
little
also going to be a
slipped.
pretty tricky up and down from there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Henna just rips the disc. Just so much power. Disc is penetrating. It's flying so fast.
Catrina's left with this putter approach, and
yeah, these tend to leak down the hill.
She kind of put a little too much hyzer, but honestly, she's pin high, about 22 left. I'm on that left side, and there's just not much, so I decided to pitch out.
Again.
Yeah, I probably could have tried to squeak something out, but that's why I laid up the previous shot, so that I wouldn't have to deal with the left side. So I just told myself, just take your medicine and just pitch out, get up and down after that.
And this is pretty tricky too. You just had to go hyzer with that suspect around that tree. It's a good looking shot.
Henna actually has a look at the basket here. Almost connects, just
almost
chain height, just
one.
a little bit to the right there. And Catrina's looking to connect on this for a birdie 3. Dead center.
Wow.
Incredible 3 there.
Great
She's going to
hole.
pick up strokes on everyone on the card and 3 on me.
Man, just like that. 3-stroke swing. Henna's also going to be picking up 2 on you.
And you know, this hole right here, I think if you take a 4, you're pretty happy. This is such
it's tight.
a tight fairway.
And we've got another technical hole following it. Hole 5, par 3, 100 meters. It's just so steep from right to left up here by this green. You've got tight access, but they tend to roll. It's tough to land it flat and soft.
Yeah, you want to turn it over because the discs kind of leak left, but if you turn it over too much and you hit that hill, you're liable to get a little bit of a cut roll. And Catrina knows she put this one a little too sharp. She does get that roll, but she's still, just about circle 2's edge. Kristin yesterday threw this one a little bit late release. She's looking to correct on that. A little bit too much, though. She kind of comes out a little early this time, but this one's in a much better position than she was yesterday.
What's Henna throwing on this one?
This one is her Madari. This is her go-to mid-range. She throws this shot, so good.
That's just heading down that slope.
A little too much air underneath it.
Yeah, she threw it great, but just too much height, and it just sailed the pin.
And this is my first shot with this Marshall since being tacoed in that tree. I'm just trying to tell myself to trust it.
All right, maybe it made it a little flippier for you. Had a nice ride on that one. That's a beautiful shot inside the 10-meter circle.
Catrina doesn't want to mess with this run. She just decides to lay up. She hits the tree, but she kind of, you see, shakes it off like, doesn't matter. It wasn't going to go in anyway.
A little bit of a roll right there to put her outside the bullseye.
Henna with a patent pending. Can't really run this one. Just trying to get it up there for the 3.
Oh. Is that rolling toward the cameraman?
Yeah, it rolled right towards him, and I kind of told him, watch out.
Did it really roll that far up the hill?
It kind of turned into like a wheel and just started rolling.
It rolled up the hill, and you missed the comeback.
Yeah, just a little bit high. It was one of those ones that could have stuck.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Catrina just put it over the basket.
Yeah, that was a miss that you don't really see her make that often.
Not that high.
So she'll settle for a bogey, and... You know, Henna's looking to actually gain strokes. Oh my gosh, on all of us.
Ouch.
Henna will be picking up a stroke on every one of us.
With a par.
With a par, yes.
Yeah, it shows you how tricky this green is. I'm still so shocked that your putter rolled uphill that far away after hitting the rim.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was crazy. So it's actually tied up. We're tied up.
Yeah.
Second round, 5 holes in, and we're tied up at this major.
Yeah, it's getting interesting, and these are some tight holes we're coming into.
Yeah, hole 6, par 3, 94 meters, pretty much dead straight. You can't really see the pin from the pad, blocked by this last tree out here at Circle 2's edge, but it's pretty much a dead straight shot. Trees the whole way, not a ton of OB.
And Henna is going with her Lasserie here. She's trying to put this one on a hyzer flip and just punch it through the gap. It gets a little bit unlucky with that tree branch high up and kicks down to the right. Yeah. It was honestly probably 6 inches from perfect. Catrina, on the other hand, kind of a late release, but honestly, it's so much of a late release that it gets into this backdoor gap.
Like she was trying to throw that
it really
hyzer.
did. And she kind of shrugged her shoulders. She was like, all right, backdoor. Kristin, St. Pro
just
here.
Just a little too much hyzer on that one. Didn't get the flip she needed. She's going to be off on the left side. And you're going mid-range here. This is awesome.
Little bit high on that one, high and nose up, but I kind of get a kick towards the center. That kick's really not that relevant. It wasn't going to be a 2 either way, but I think I could have 3'd it from either position I landed. So,
that's a good approach with the putter.
Yeah,
just soft little flick.
Yeah, just trying to get up there and take a stress-free 3. Henna kind of blind to the basket, throws a nice Anheuser putter shot.
And Catrina CTP after that. Oh, no.
Yeah, isn't that crazy to think about? You know, sometimes disc golf gives us stuff like that.
In the woods, it definitely can get very interesting. I mean, sometimes missing a lot is better than barely missing at all. You know, you get that little kick off the tree. And
So with the star par here, no scoring changes, and we are into hole 7, almost halfway through this round already, but we have one more really difficult par 4 in the woods.
Yeah, this one can really ruin your day. You've got a 5, maybe 6 meter window all the way up this hill. You're trying to throw pretty much dead straight, maybe 70 meters up the hill. This mulch right here is the ideal landing zone. And then again, we've got a sloped green up here, left to right the whole way with a cliff right behind the basket. This is a beautiful green.
It really is.
Yeah, one of my favorite holes on the course. So beautiful. We've got the lake behind it.
Henna up first. This is her slotty. She's just trying to go punch punch through the gap flat and let it hyzer off to the left. The left side is actually really a good landing spot. So Catrina's taking a different approach, but trying to land in the same spot. She's throwing her D1 on a pure hyzer.
Yeah, she went hyzer the whole way up that hill. It's
she's
kinda
not
tight
even
to throw it like that.
Yeah, she's not even trying to get it flat at all. Kristin, honestly, I love the angle just a tiny bit low and gets an unfortunate kick.
Ground. So you're going with your Peach Defender here.
Yeah, hyzer flip to flat and let it hyzer out.
Up there.
Trying to get really similar to where Henna is. I loved where she landed. We just kind of all have different ways.
Shot right down at it.
Yeah. Kristin with a great out there. She kind of had to throw a high sidearm on a severe hyzer.
This is a pretty technical attempt right here from Catrina. She's trying to go hyzer flip to flat and then drift it back down and to the right toward that pin, and she's just outside the 10-meter circle.
Yeah, she kind of gets similar to where she did yesterday, which, if you remember, she was kind of doing a half bid.
Yeah.
So we'll see if she decides to go for that one today or not.
And here's that putter shot, asking it to slow down, and it does check up inside the circle.
Kristin standstill putter.
Just misses the tree that it needs to. Oh, it does hit. It hits a late one. Okay. So she's going to be laying up for her bogey.
You know, and from hitting early like that, bogey's never great, but from hitting early like that and kicking right, it's actually not a bad score. It could be, a 6 or 7 pretty easily down there.
All right, is she running this one? I think so. I think that was more of
committed.
A hardy run for sure.
More committed for sure.
All right, you're going down to the knee. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit of why you would go to a knee on a putt like that?
It just kind of makes me more level with the basket, more level with the chains. When you're putting straight up, you are eye level to the, or at least I'm eye level with the chains. And on a downhill putt like that, it makes me want to putt downhill. So instead, I drop down and I can just have the same swing that I would normally have.
Cool. All right, so you picked up a stroke right there with that birdie, taking the lead. Hole 8, par 3, 88 meters, straight up this hill. Again, we've got a pretty technical gap that you have to hit right off the tee, and then another pretty tricky green. It slopes all the way around this basket. We saw you throw putter yesterday. Dead straight, pretty much, is what you're going for.
Yeah, it's my straightest disc in my bag, and this gap is so small, so I'm just trying to keep it over that hill straight and let it drop down. But I kind of hit that tree and bounce a little bit to the left, and there is honestly no putt from there, so I'm going to have to lay that one up. Henna is throwing her Madari here.
A little right, just misses that tree, but plenty of power to get up and onto the mound.
Amazing shot. She is inside 20 feet looking at a birdie and to try to tie it back up.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty.
And Henna is Finland's best player, Europe's best player. She's the number 1 ranked player in Europe currently.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me too much.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, the lines she's throwing, the power, the shot selection, everything about her game is so impressive, and it's just awesome to be able to play with her out here.
Yeah, I mean, after watching, that was a good looking putt, and just barely misses, gets the roll down that mound.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was a horrible roll.
Barely missed and is very penalized.
Oh, you had nothing. You just have to lay that one up.
Catrina here looking to get a 2.
Yep.
Solid connection.
Hyzer putt right on the pole. And even these short ones are pretty tricky because it is pretty much a death putt.
Absolutely.
If you miss metal, you're going to roll.
And Henna, before this putt, she actually went up there and looked at the green first. And so I was kind of thinking, you can't do that. You just tell yourself, you just put that in your head. The what if I miss?
Yeah.
And then you start
you can
thinking
definitely
about
look at
all
it
that.
way. Yep.
Kristin is now having to throw an approach.
Yeah, that was 30-meter roll. That's a tough bogey.
Very unfortunate, but I'm glad to see her staying calm.
Yeah, she's had a really rough front 9.
Now, one more hole left. Let's see if we can clean it up and play smooth.
All right, moving on to hole 9. Par 3, 103 meters. Left to right, the shot really shapes up well for a big hyzer forehand. You've actually got a little chunk of OB here on the left, and you got OB right by that road. This is actually one of the multi-golf holes. I've saw a couple people land it right here. That's actually for
crazy.
some foot golf right there that you see where the basket is placed. Pretty cool deal they're doing with Disc Golf Park. So we saw Catrina try and throw the flip up. Oh, and she just doesn't flip that one up, and it's headed toward the OB. I don't quite know if it made it to the OB.
Yeah, she had enough distance to get past the OB, but she is way left of the basket. I think she's trying to turn it more. That is the line she's going for, but she's looking for a little more angle.
Yeah, and that one, you're actually trying to go up the middle.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That one was a kind of a late release and just too much of an anhyzer as well. So I kind of get lucky, honestly, hitting that tree and staying safe.
Yeah, this is such a technical backhand. To try and flip this one up as late as you have to and still get inside the 10-meter circle, I don't know if I've even seen a backhand get inside the circle yet.
Kristin is throwing her St. Pro hyzer flip, turning over.
Again.
I'm thinking, that's exactly what I'm thinking at this moment. I'm like, wow, we finally get to see the line that's supposed to be thrown.
Yeah, and just
and
gets
hits
that
a
late
late
tree.
tree.
It shows you how technical this hole really is. That's another good forehand approach with your suspect.
Yes. Thank you.
Whoa, she went really straight.
Yeah, so she's really downhill. She even takes a knee. She's so severely downhill. And Henna just decides to pitch up because, there's no need to run that putt right now.
Yeah, and she's... almost makes it in the multi-golf hole. Yeah, and Henna's probably feeling a little nerves after that 3-putt. I mean, she had a putt to take a stroke on you.
Yeah, and to tie it up. Instead, she gave me one, and now we're at a 2-stroke swing here, and we're going into the back 9 holes of the second round of the first PDGA major of the year. Speaking of, thank you to the PDGA for the coverage.
Yeah, it was a rough front 9 from Kristin.
But this is kind of where the course starts, honestly. The back 9 is where all the difficulty lies. We're looking to connect on these open fairways with the tight OB and just stay in bounds and connect on some birdies.
Yeah, it was pretty windy out there for round 2, so I'm very interested to see how these women play these final 9 holes.
Thanks again to Spin TV. Check us out for the back 9.